Excellent. So good afternoon. My name is Dr. Daniel McCamey. I am the founder, CEO, and president of DMPs of Color. And I'm so excited to welcome you to our first Pathway to Publication Mentorship Program. Thank you for braving this process with us as we pilot through this wonderful opportunity. And just a bit about DMPs of Color. We are a 501c3 nonprofit that focuses on building community and creating opportunities for nurses of color that are in pursuit of their doctorate in nursing practice. And our pillars in doing that are through networking, mentorship, and advocacy. And our ultimate goal is to diversify the nursing profession. So that is our organization. And then Althea, did you want to share a bit about Jonas?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Althea Hicks. I'm the Senior Grants and Programs Manager here at Jonas Nursing and Veterans Healthcare. And we are the signature program for the 501c3 nonprofit called Jonas Philanthropies. And for about 15 years now, we're celebrating our 15-year anniversary this year. Our program has been providing doctoral level scholarships to nurses earning their doctorate or doctoral level nurses. And so we're excited because at this point, we've been able to assist in funding and supporting over 1,500 nurses throughout the United States at different nursing programs and nursing schools. So we're happy to be collaborating with DMPs of Color on this new initiative. And hello to all our Jonas alumni, our scholars, and to all of our mentees, all of you. We're excited to be working with you, and we look forward to this new program.
Yes, thank you. And as Althea, Dr. Hicks mentioned, it is a collaboration that we decided to do together because within DMPs of Color, we found that within a year post-graduation, nearly 60% of docs hadn't published their manuscript. And a lot of the feedback was they didn't have mentoring or the adequate skills to be able to put together a manuscript that was publication ready. So we partner with Jonas, and we also partner with Publication Matters with their program, My DMP Manuscript, which we'll hear a little bit later, but wanted to get the opportunity for us as a team to introduce ourselves. We'll keep it brief because there's a lot of us in the room, so we'll keep it to your name, title, and what state that you're located in. So I will pass the mic over to Sarah.
Thank you, Danielle. My name is Sarah Haber. I am the developer of the curriculum for this program. We call it My DMP Manuscript. The official name is 6 Steps to a Publication Ready Journal Manuscript. And I live in Ireland. I'm actually in Toronto right now, severely jet lagged and with some noisy pets running around. So apologize if you hear animal noise. But I'll talk to you more about the program later on in our session today.
Awesome. Courtney, you want to go?
Sure. My name is Courtney Johnson. I am one of the program facilitators for you all throughout this project, and I am in Maryland.
Awesome. And I thought I saw Dr. Lowry here. Maybe she is. Dr. Lowry, did you want to just introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, my name is Dr. Yvette Lowry. I'm just a big fan of DMPs of Color, and Danielle knows she can have me jump in wherever I can. I'm currently helping to develop JDoc, which we're happy to start our process in launching that, and you all will hear more about that soon. So just happy to be here to support. I'm in Florida.
Nice. I think Dr. Lowry kind of downplayed. She's one of the co-managing editors of our Journal of DMPs of Color. So she is really putting a lot of work in putting that together. So thank you, Dr. Lowry. And I don't see anyone else from our PTP team. Dr. Hicks, did you want to facilitate calling on the mentors?
Sure, I'll do that. No problem. By the way, I'm in New York, so everyone knows. And let's see, we'll start with Tamar Rodney. I see you first on my screen.
Sure, wonderful. Hi, everyone. I'm in Baltimore, not physically right now, but I am a proud Jonas alumni.
Thank you. And next we'll have Catherine.
Hey there, I'm Catherine Mackey. I am an assistant clinical investigator at the NIH Clinical Center, so in Bethesda, Maryland, and I'm in the Translational Biobehavioral and Health Disparities branch, and also a Jonas alumni with Althea.
Thank you. Varsha.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's 4 o'clock, getting out of the work. I'm Varsha Singh. I got my doctoral degree in 2018 and a Jonas Scholar from 2014 to 2016. I do a lot of mentoring at my workplace and also for American Association of Indian Nurses and a National Association of Indian Nurse Practitioners. It's all about diversity, promoting scholarship, publication. So I'm happy to be part of this forum. Thank you, Althea, for inviting.
Thank you, Varsha. Holly?
Yes, I'm Holly Kirkland Kine. I'm a Jonas Scholar, PhD from UCSF. And I had 2 DNP students of color last year that were just my students from Johns Hopkins. And we have published 4 times together in the last year. So I'm really looking forward to helping people publish. And again, I'm still in California. Thank you.
Thank you. Rachel?
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm Rachel Kozar. I am also a Jonas alum, and I am a nurse scientist at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Although, as you probably see in the chat, right now I'm in DC at this conference with poor internet, so I'm sorry for the lack of video. But nice to meet everybody.
Thank you. Jade?
Okay. Hi, I am Jade. Sorry, I'm picking up my child from school and going to baseball. I'm an assistant professor at the University of Michigan. I'm PhD prepared. I'm also a Jonas alumni, and I work both with PhD and DNP scholars to help promote publication. So I'm really excited about this opportunity. So thank you, and to everybody in on the team.
Thank you. And Fatima?
Hello, everyone. And I'm a Jonas Scholar, 2018-2020. And I've just finished my 1-year postdoc at University of Washington in Seattle. And I started my new job as an assistant professor at the Seattle University. And I have some students for advising. Yeah, I'm looking forward to help DMP students and publish their work. Thank you.
Thank you. Those are all the Jonas alumni I see on at this time.
Perfect. I'm going to announce the mentees now, if we're ready.
Yes.
So our first one, I have Dr. Tanjanika Ballard.
Hello, how y'all doing? I'm actually on vacation and driving, but how y'all doing today? I'm Dr. Tanjanika Ballard, and I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. My practice is in Richmond, Virginia, and I graduated from Chatham in December 2021.
Amazing, thank you. Dr. Liz Corey.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Liz Corey. I'm in New Jersey. I actually know Varsha. I used to work with her, and I graduated from University of Massachusetts in Amherst during the summer of 2020.
Lovely. And if I mispronounce anyone's name, please feel free to correct me when you introduce yourself. Next, I have Dr. Temitope Forora.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Timmy. I go by Timmy or Temitope Forora. I'm from Towson, Maryland, and I finished, I graduated April 2022 from GCU. I'm currently working as pulmonary and sleep medicine NP, and I'm excited to join the program to see if I can publish my manuscript. Thank you. I'm still at work, so I'll go off in a minute.
Thank you, Dr. Timmy. Next, I have Dr. Patrice Dorsman Kiesling.
Hi, I'm Patrice Kiesling. I graduated back in 2021 with my DNP. I currently live in Colorado and currently work as a family nurse practitioner in pain management.
I love that. I'm a Coloradan myself.
Oh, yay!
I know. Woo! Next, I have Dr. Michelle Spencer, who I also know, so I'm excited.
Hello, everyone. I'm Michelle Spencer, and I'm from the University of Maryland School of Nursing in Maryland. And yes, I do know you, Courtney. Anyway, I graduated and finished the DNP program in 2019, so I desperately need to get my manuscript published. So I'm looking forward to this opportunity as well. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Spencer. Next, Dr. Tarnisha Hemphill. My apologies.
That's okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Tarnisha Hemphill. I live in Odenton, Maryland. That's in between Baltimore and DC. I am currently a certified nurse midwife. So I practice full scope, and I'm also an assistant professor at George Washington University. And I just received my doctorate in August of this year. And so, yes, I am excited about getting assistance in publishing. So thank you for this.
Thank you, thank you. Next, Dr. Paula Atuyi. I do not see her, so I'm gonna move on to Dr. Dwayne Elaine.
Hello, everyone. I'm driving as well. I'm picking up the kids. I'm Dr. Dwayne Aline, and I'm originally from New York, but I currently live in South Carolina. I got my DNP in August 2020. I'm an acute care nurse practitioner, and I'm currently a full-time assistant professor at the University of South Carolina. So I'm excited to finally get my DNP manuscript that's long overdue to be published.
Spectacular. Dr. Timothy Onserio.
Yes, thank you. My name's Dr. Timothy Onserio. I am from here in Maryland. And as you can see in my uniform here, I'm with the Public Health Service, US Public Health Service. I'm stationed here at the Food and Drug Administration, where I work as a program coordinator. I graduated in May of 2022 from UMass Amherst. And currently I am here in Silver Spring, Maryland. I just want to thank the program and for putting this together, because we really want to get our works we really worked hard for. We need to put it out there for people to see, the developments and other things. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward for learning from one another.
Absolutely, thank you. Next, we have Dr. LaDonna Brown.
Hello, everyone. My name is LaDonna Brown, and I am in the DC area, but currently I am on vacation in South Africa. So it is about 10:20 in the evening here, but I am a nurse anesthetist. I work in the DC, Virginia, Maryland area, and I finished with my doctorate in May of 2019 from Vanderbilt University. And I'm looking forward to publishing. Thank you.
I know you all just met me, but I'm a little sad you didn't take me on these vacations. And then to wrap us up, may I please have Dr. Samuel Altador introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dr. Samuel Altador. I graduated with my DNP from Florida International University. That was like last month in August of 2022. I am currently working as a primary care nurse practitioner at Oak Street Health in High Point, North Carolina. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for keeping the introductions brief. We have a lot to cover, so I'm just going to pass the mic over to Althea to go over some key dates and just high level kind of program expectations. So we'll tag team, but Althea.
Sure, thank you. So we're excited about this program, and it is a pilot program. So this is our first time. All of you are part of the inaugural class. And so we have some guidelines and, things that we've laid out as far as expectations for the program. And we're going to move forward, just working through them. And of course, if there's anything that we find or that you find seems to be needs improvement, or, you would like to share your feedback on, that's always welcome. So one of the things that I just want to bring up is, we know the key dates we have is check-in. We have weekly meetings. And so October 28th will be our midpoint check-in for the program. And then moving forward on November 18th, we will have our writing intensive. The time for that is still to be determined. We haven't quite set that up yet, but just know, to keep some time on your calendar for that particular part of the program. And then also on December 6th, we'll be doing our abstract workshop. That's at 11:30 Central Time. So I know everyone's in so many different time zones, so calculate what time that would be where you are. And then our last day of our program is December 16th. And so just to give you an idea of some of the expectations for the program that we've established, and we'll have an actual agreement that will be provided for everyone. So you'll have this information in writing also. But this basically, it's to help with communication and also identify the goals of the program and outline the areas to be enhanced or developed through this program. So as I mentioned, meeting regularly between the mentor and the mentee, and maintaining frequent communication, looking for multiple opportunities to enhance learning. That's part of the mentee expectation in terms of working with the mentor. And then also reviewing progress and adjusting the contract as you work towards identifying your goals. So we understand that everyone may be at different points of their actual writing and manuscript. And so as you begin to connect with your mentor, that's where you will see where you are and where you need to be and what would be the established goals for you. Now, as the mentors, we also have some expectations as well in terms of providing guidance and oversight, and of course, encouragement and support. You've been through this, so you understand the trials, the challenges that can come. And so that's a key component in assisting the mentees. Also providing feedback on the mentorship contract, of course, the progress, the experience. So that's what I mentioned before, we welcome your feedback here. And then meeting in person or communicating regularly with the mentee to review progress and help them work towards the goals. So again, we understand everyone's in different places, but of course we have technology. We have so many different ways of communicating. So, we do expect you to be in touch and, working through the goals of your manuscript, completing your manuscript. And then also confidentiality. So this is something that we request because, of course, this is your work that's being published and that's being made public. So we don't want, any conflicts or anything coming up in terms of information that may or may not be shared, or that is supposed to be shared, or that may not is supposed to be shared. So that's just some of the basics in terms of expectations and goals. I don't know, Danielle, did you want to add anything or anything I may have missed?
Yeah, that was perfect, Dr. Hicks. Thank you so much. And then also, some of you may or may not be aware, but we did put this forth for an IRB approval because we want to have the opportunity to write about this experience from a programmatic standpoint, and then also getting feedback from you all as mentors and mentees. So there will be a pre-program survey that we'll send out this evening, and then there'll be weekly check-in surveys just to talk about your experience. Everything will be anonymous, so for that, just to kind of clarify that piece. And then at the end of the program, we'll have a post survey just to kind of see how things went as well. Our IRB is through University of Maryland. And when I send out the orientation manual, you can see a copy of the IRB letter there as well, just for transparency's sake. And then I guess, is there anything else, team? Oh, Dr. Boyd just joined us. She's also one of the program facilitators. Dr. Boyd, did you want to introduce yourself, give us your title and what state you're located in?
Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to be here. I am a doctor of clinical practice. Mental health and public health are my specialty areas. I will be one of the facilitators. What my goal is to do is support both the mentors and the mentees. So as facilitators, we will be around, and I'm going to create a document so that if you have problems, you can send that information to your facilitator. We want to work together. Reach out to the facilitator, but communication is what's going to make this a success for everyone. And we're all here to make it a success. This is an inaugural program, and we're so happy to have it. So we'll all demonstrate interest, and we encourage you not to forget or don't lose sight of your goals, because everybody wants to be successful. So I think that's it, but feel free to contact me with any questions or concerns, and it's never a problem. And I promise that I'll get back promptly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Boyd. So we're going to move over into reviewing some of the technology that we'll be using for this program. I'm going to put in the chat the orientation manual for you to peruse, but I will pass over to Sarah. Did you want to do the flow or kind of elaborate more on my DNP manuscript?
Yeah, sure. That's not a problem. I'll give an overview of how, what like the expectations of what we expect from mentors and mentees each week. And then maybe Danielle, I don't know if you want to give a little bit of an intro on Yellow Dig. And then I will actually log into the Pathway to Publication page on the DMPs of Color website and show you all where the content for your curriculum is stored. So we have two pieces of technology for the program. And what we would like for mentors and mentees to do is each week, as Dr. Hicks said, to meet with your mentor-mentee pair, which I believe you'll get your pairings at the end of this session today. Very exciting. And we have recommendations. We sadly call it homework. I know that can be an uncomfortable word, but we do have some recommendations for what should be obtained or attained each week on your way to getting a publication ready manuscript. And so we have a program called Yellow Dig, which is like an engagement tool. It's sort of like a private Facebook group. And you can add posts, you can add questions. We will add all of our facilitator messages to you, letting you know each week when the surveys are available to you. So as was mentioned, each week we're going to be asking for your feedback on, how feasible are the expectations, what's working for you, what's not. And again, those are anonymous, so please be honest, because as we want to make sure you remember, this is a pilot program, so I'm sure there are things we can improve on. And then what else will happen is every Friday, you will receive a notification. We'll show you how to turn notifications on in the Yellow Dig engagement program. And you'll receive a notification when the new content as part of the curriculum is available to you. And what you'll do then is you will, click on the link, read the post, log into Yellow Dig, and there will be a link to the new content on a password protected page on the DMPs of Color private page for Pathway to Publication members. And all of the curriculum, like I described before, the 6 steps to writing a publication ready journal manuscript, all of that content will be available to you there. And so we just recommend that you engage with that content. You can view it together. You can view it separately from each other. You can meet to talk about it afterwards, however works for you as a mentor-mentee pair. And yeah, so we will give you the expectations for this is when you should write your introduction. This is when you should be done with your introduction and move on to the methods. This is when you should be done with the methods and move on to the results, et cetera, et cetera. So we're hoping that structure will really keep you on track, because those of you mentors know writing a manuscript is quite an involved process. And so your skill and experience in doing this is going to be invaluable. The curriculum is just there to make sure that we stay sort of on the same path, step by step as a group. Was there anything else?
I don't think so. I can show Yellow Dig and then you'll show the website.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, great. So some of you may be familiar with Yellow Dig, some may not be, but I am going to share my screen. Okay, can everyone see here?
Yes.
Okay, so after we meet, we're going to send you an invitation for you to start your profile. And so we're going to ask that one of your first assignments or contributions is to add to the introductions via video. And so we have Dr. Boyd here with her wonderful video. Thank you. And how Yellow Dig works is using tags. So we'll post things that you can just easily get to by just going to the tags. Oops. Sorry, I'm a little. So our community is called the PTP Meetup Spot. And so as you can see, each heading has its tag associated with it. So when you click the tag, it will bring up everything that's tagged with introduction. So when you go in, be sure to put in your own introduction, and starting off with clicking the create button. It'll pop up here so that you can automatically put in the tag, give it a title. And then you'll go to the record feature here, click video, and then you can start recording. It's pretty straightforward and for the most part, very intuitive. If you don't like the video, you can delete, re-record, that kind of thing. But once you're ready, you'll just hit submit and it'll publish to the general meeting here. But feel free to add reactions, give people some love. We'll post the, like Sarah said, the updates, the announcements to usher you to your assignments. And then, so we ask that if you can, keep the notifications on, whether they be via email or text, so that you can kind of stay on task with the weekly modules and suggested engagement activities, just so that you can get the most out of this experience. And was there anything else that I missed in Yellow Dig, team?
Danielle, do you want to just click on the bell there for notifications to show where you actually select the settings? So if you click the little settings dial there, click the top one for email notifications. Yeah, right there, exactly. And unfortunately, there isn't an option to select that you get email notifications from facilitators. You have to get email notifications for all or none. So you may be getting several emails depending on how often people are posting. But that's why I just wanted to reiterate that every Friday at literally 12:01 in the morning, the new content will be available for you. So if you're getting overwhelmed by emails, if it's just too much, that's fine. Please don't feel pressured to respond and look every day of the week. Just know that on Friday, you log into Yellow Dig and you will be getting an email inviting you to join the community. And so that's how you'll click the link in the email and you'll create your little profile. It's very easy. Just know that every Friday, maybe put it on your calendar, put a little reminder, okay, check on Yellow Dig. And there will be a, I forget what it's called. The tag now is like a community, what is it called?
The PTP Hangout, is that what you're?
The tag for the when a facilitator posts
Oh, is it
community
Accolade?
announcement, the community announcement.
Yeah.
There, the bottom one. So if it's tagged with community announcement, that'll be our stuff. Like this event is coming up, or okay, the curriculum stuff for this Friday is available, or anything that's from us will be tagged with community announcement. Okay. So yeah, so I just recommend that you turn on the email notifications or add a reminder to yourself on your own private calendar. Like, okay, I'm going to check Yellow Dig on Fridays.
Yeah, and don't feel like, I mean, if the email notifications are overwhelming, please, by all means, just turn them off, because it can be overwhelming with email just on a regular day. So like Sarah suggested, do what's best for you, because we ultimately want you to have the best experience. And I think that's it with Yellow Dig. I'll turn it over
I
to
have
Sarah.
a question.
Yeah.
I may have missed this part, but when you send out the homework on Friday, when is these assignments due by? Is there assignments or things that we need to do when you send this out? Is there a due date, like by that Friday, by that Thursday? Or it's not like set up like that?
That's a good question. Yeah. So that's why I think homework is sadly not the best word, but it's the only word we could really come up with. So it's like recommended items that you will do with your mentee. And
synchronous work.
Yeah, exactly. And so we don't expect you to have a deadline to submit anything to each other, but it would be great if, so we're on a Friday to Friday cycle. So like week 1 of the curriculum goes from this Friday, which would be tomorrow, shockingly, to next Thursday. And then on Thursday, we'll have your survey available to you. So how did this week go? What were you able to accomplish? What was too much? Was it, just any reactions you have? And then the following day would be week 2 starts, and that curriculum recommendations will be released that day. So there really isn't any due date as far as like having to turn stuff in, but that's our recommended time frame, so that in the 12 weeks you can actually get this behemoth done. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. Okay, so yes, so the Yellow Dig is for us to give you notifications, for you to get together, share your questions. If any mentor-mentee pair has a question that just doesn't seem to make sense, you want to check in with the rest of the group and see, has anybody had an experience with this journal? Do you know this editor? Anything of that nature. It's a great place to meet up and just ask questions, get answers, get to know each other. Use it however you want. It's there for you. And yes, we will just post our notifications for when content is available on your private page on the DMPs of Color website. So I'm going to show you that now, if that's all right. There is a password for it. It's the same password for everyone, and it's the same password every week. So you only have to, copy and paste one password and maybe save it in your browser so that you stay logged in, or that it's easy enough to log in. So I'm going to share my screen and just show you what that's like. I went ahead and published the week 1 curriculum already, just to make it easy so that you can see what it looks like. And then each week, they're sort of like blog posts. So each Friday, the newest content will appear on top, but all of the older content will appear below it. So you can always go back to the older content and view it as many times as you want. So let's go to... Now, to be honest, I have been having so many problems with sharing my screen lately that I don't even know if this is going to work. So keep those fingers crossed, please. I need Safari. And all right, so sharing screen. All right, can you all see that? I'm on the DMPs Color website. Perfect. Okay, so you will have this link. It's in the orientation manual. So the link to this page is in your orientation manual. And like I said, every Friday we'll be posting it again. So if you're on Yellow Dig, you can get to it easily. I have the password here. I'm just going to copy and paste it. And like I said, you will all have this password as well. It's as well in the orientation manual. And when you log in, this is our personal pathway to publication page. And you'll see here, this first post, week 1 content is ready. This is our introduction video to the My DNP manuscript program, as we call it. And we start right off at the beginning, how to choose a journal and begin writing. And then we have this, again, this homework page. And so these are our recommended things to accomplish from now until next Thursday evening-ish. And then next Friday, you'll get the link. It's always the same link, always the same password, but that new content will appear above this one. Week 2 content is ready. Okay, so we wanted to try to keep it as simple as possible. We did need an engagement tool for like sharing notifications because that wasn't something we could do from the DMPs of Color website. So Yellow Dig is sort of our patchwork way of making this work. So fingers crossed it works okay for everyone. Okay. All right, so was there anything else, any other questions or anything else I needed to go over as far as the content, the expectations? Again, week by week, Friday to Friday, all the content will be available there each week, the whole 12 weeks. Anything else we needed to cover about the curriculum?
I don't think so.
I suppose I could share a little bit. I mean, I know you mentioned earlier, Danielle. So I actually developed this curriculum. I was teaching scientific writing and specifically manuscript writing for the Duke University School of Nursing for 7 years. And that was amazing because they were actually required to submit their paper for publication at the end of the program. And I kept coming up against, working with hundreds of these students, and they all had the same questions. They all had the same issues. They were running up against the same problems. And I thought, wait a minute, there's a way to simplify this. Like if we all have the same questions, let's just solve the problem and answer all those questions. So this content was born from that experience. So I think it was about 450 DNP students who went through the Doosan DNP program in those 7 years. And they pilot tested it, and the feedback was really great. So I'm hoping that that's the same for you. Now, the time frame, I think, is a question mark because everyone's working full time. Everyone has families or, obligations. And so that's a really interesting question from my perspective is this something that can be accomplished in 12 weeks? I think with the mentor-mentee pairs, that's the key. I think the mentorship is the absolute key. And that's why I'm so excited that this curriculum could be used in this program, and I hope it's useful to you. So my company pathway to publication, my company is Publication Matters, and I developed it specifically because as a female in academia, I noticed that there's a lot of bias. There's not a lot of diversity, and I find that extremely problematic. So my goal is to produce programs and educational interventions and, little webinars and workshops to help get much more diversity of all kinds into academic and scholarly publishing. So that's why I'm super excited to be a part of this program.
Awesome. And I think that's it for the major piece of the agenda. We'll open up for questions, and then we'll close with announcing the mentor-mentee pairs. Any questions? Everybody ready to get to work? But just really excited about this opportunity, and it sounds like everyone else is as well. One of our PTP folks just chimed in. Dr. Glumph, did you want to just introduce yourself really quickly?
Hey, how's everyone? I'm sorry for my tardiness, but I'm excited to be a part of this launch, and I'm looking forward to working with everyone.
You want to tell us your name, where you located? You got palm trees?
Oh, wow. Okay. Currently, right now I'm at Florida International University. But that soon is going to be changing. But anyways, excited to Dr. Derek Glimp of CRNA, PhD, just recently got it in May, and excited to just be a part of everyone.
Thanks, Dr. Glow. Thanks for sharing your time with us. Okay, well, if there's no other questions, was everyone able to access the link in the chat with the orientation manual? And you'll get a follow-up email with everything in hard copy as well. So
I'm sorry, I did have another question. Are those dates that you gave, are those dates flexible, or those dates are set in stone, or are there any alternative dates or times?
if the majority finds that they're not convenient, since they're so far in advance, we can make some adjustments. All right, if there's nothing else, I'm turning the mic over to Courtney.
Whee! I'm going to do my own drum roll just because Zoom is awkward. So here we go. Our first mentor-mentee pair is Dr. Rodney and Dr. Ballard. Woo! Our second pair is Dr. Stuckey, who is not here, and Dr. Corey. Woohoo! Next, we have Dr. Chopani and Dr. Fora. We have Dr. Kirkland Khan with Dr. Kiesling and Dr. Spencer. Trying to do the applause at the same time. We have Dr. Posar with Dr. Hemphill. Dr. Reyes with Dr. Atuyi. Dr. Singh with Dr. Aline, my apologies. Dr. Burns with Dr. Anserio. Dr. Mackey with Dr. Brown, and last but not least, Dr. Matthew Joseph with Dr. Altador. And that is also available on the website. Yay! Yay!
Awesome. So really excited. Thank you all for your time. If there's no other questions or comments, we will close out. So be on the lookout with your email with the pairings, the contact information, orientation manual. I think the pre-survey is going out today, Sarah, or tomorrow, or when is it going out?
Oh, that's a really good question. Yes, Courtney, since Courtney just provided that, is that only for the mentees? That was something that I think it is. Okay.
Yes.
So I was thinking of putting that into Yellow Day, but if you would rather include it in the emails to the mentees with the orientation material, that would be fine too.
Okay, you want to just do both just in case?
Okay. Yep.
That's good.
That's not a problem. Yes. Excellent. Yes. So there's like a pre-implementation survey for the mentees, and I will post that in Yellow Dig. And the emails inviting everyone to Yellow Day, are those going out tonight as well?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Terrifying. Oh no, Dr. Hemphill, it's gonna be okay. I just did a workshop with a nursing school a few months ago, and yeah, terrifying. There were so many synonyms for terrifying. Everyone was just over the top. We're here to make it easier. We're here to make it less scary.
And having a mentor makes it less scary. So
yeah,
this is definitely an advantage. So don't be scared. All right, everyone, thank you so much for your time. And we look forward to having some manuscripts at the end of this that are published. So have a good rest of your day and be on the lookout for emails from us. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.